Filters are still good. Wow, I am very quiet for some reason. But we got PCE. Man, what is going on with everything today? Like, all my stuff is great. Maybe if I get closer to the mic? Okay, how about... Well, that's better. Here, I just need to check something. Okay, there we go. Alright, so we got PCE out. Okay, yeah, I'm not too sure exactly what's going on with my microphone at the moment and why it's limiting. I literally didn't change my microphone properties at all. Here, let's... yeah, I'm not too sure. Not. Oh, this freaking stream is... hopefully that sounds better. That should sound better. We're gonna turn down this music. Yeah. Man, for the last stream of the week, things have not been going. So, like, everything went perfectly fine yesterday, and now today, everything is breaking on me. My audio setups are somehow resetting, and multi-stream just decided to not work and throw me a crazy error. Actually, I didn't really get these errors fixed. I updated the driver and all that stuff. So, yeah. Okay. Interesting start for the day, to say the least. not the most uh, fun streaming experience. I was supposed to start streaming at 4:30. That was an hour and 7 minutes ago. I've had problems. I've been troubleshooting this thing for not like, I have been troubleshooting this thing for several hours at this point. All because I installed Stream Elements and I apparently don't know what I'm doing. Anyways, okay. Everything seems to be working fine now. We're good. I wanted to confirm that, hey, we are doing the programming stream on the Boss Benchmarks YouTube channel. Oh man, oh man. Let's see here. Let me make sure. Everything's going okay with the stream. Yeah, everything's good on the stream side of things. Okay. All right. So what's moving? The New Zealand dollar is down a lot. Yen is down a lot. Canadian dollar seems to be doing pretty well against everything except pretty much the pound and the dollar. And the Aussie is doing okay against New Zealand in yen and not so great against everything else. So, not fantastic. Not a fantastic setup here. Okay. PCE came in as expected. Yeah, not a huge surprise, nothing nutty. Oh man, I've spent like all my stream energy getting these technical issues set up. Hopefully someone comes in and hangs out and we're able to chill for a bit here in the stream, because as far as stream topics go, my brain is still like, oh man, can I fix this technical issue? Oh man, but can I fix that technical issue? I need to be somewhat guided at the moment to focus on something trade related here. My brain is in still tech support mode. Close that window. man. Yeah, I'm still sidetracked here in the background working on some technical issues because the time I would have spent working on preparing for the stream today and having the energy to do that, I had to spend like stressing out about stuff that I didn't have to stress out about yesterday. I'm like, what the heck is going on? I mean, it particularly sucks when the error messages are insanely vague. And there's like 20 different ways of solving the same problem. Oh, man. But the thing I'm still most curious about is what the happened to my microphone. Like, it doesn't sound anything like it used to, at least in my opinion. And I have to get pretty close to it. Like before, I had to be getting all the way over here. Now it has to be like pretty close to my face, and I just set it up in a way where it doesn't need to be. Oh no, we'll just see how it goes. We'll just see how it goes. Maybe I can put some gain on the microphone or something and fix that issue. Oh, hello, kitty cat. Cat just jumped on my desk. Hello. Yes, hello. I got one stream buddy. There we go. I wonder if YouTube pushed out the notification for the stream or not. Because there's literally no. I guess people are just away because I'm looking at a few streams at the moment and it doesn't actually seem like they have the normal viewership right now. So there's something going on. There's a couple of streams I'm looking at that should have a few more viewers. Anyway, at least this thing's gonna get recorded and put up. Maybe I should cut out in post the beginning of the stream first. 17 minutes. This is just trying to fix stuff. We'll see. I'd like to get into doing some analysis here. But outside of the drop from yesterday, happened on all these pairs, it doesn't seem like there's been any reaction to PCE coming out effectively flat. No change in the forecasted value for an economic data point. No need to update expectations for a thing like the Fed. no Fed expectation change and no dollar change. Expectations are going to stay status quo. Now, we did have a jump in the dollar yesterday. I believe this is due to preliminary PCE coming out higher. I got the cat looking at my mouse and my cursor on the computer like, that thing is fun to play with at the moment. Oh no, she's going after my post-it notes. No, I need those. Hello. What a love. Oh, she's kicking around the monitor. All right, come on. No, she's stepping over the microphone. Okay, now she's gone. All right. Who's it? Okay, yeah. We've had so many technical difficulties. Now we had cat intrusions. It's been an interesting start to the stream. Oh my god. No, don't destroy the post note cat. Oh no. Hey, don't destroy the post-it note. It's got my programming to-do list on it. Oh man, I really look forward to tomorrow's stream now because since the move from yesterday that occurred has effectively been in line with my expectations, right? If we look at dollar CAD, right? And then euro dollar, right? And then what else is there? Did I do one for Aussie back here? Yeah, I did. But while this is... It was correct up until the very end. And even then, it's still directionally correct, so I'll still give myself saying, like, okay, I set correct expectations, especially considering I caught the pivot timing here for where the top comes in. And this is just icing on the cake. You gotta really think, is it worth it getting long risk on or short US dollar at this point? No, absolutely not. We have the tariffs coming out over the weekend for Canada and Mexico, and we're getting some tariff news around China. And I'm like, dude, Australia and New Zealand are going to get hit indirectly by those tariffs because China is their largest trading partner. And then you have all the stuff going on with Carney and Canada and alongside the tariffs, and then Shenenbaum, Mexico, and all the stuff going on with TEDx, all the concerns about that. I'm more or less along the lines right now of, hey, I'm just gonna stick to the long dollar side. I mean, even Bitcoin. Oh, I've been doing a little bit more research into Bitcoin stuff. Oh my, dude, I got that. Oh, okay, we're gonna pull up the timing dots. Yep. Well, we'll see if this whole Zell. I wouldn't qualify that as an actual call that's hit. Really, I would have wanted to see Bitcoin come around these prices here for this circle to matter. But the fact that it touched the circle is amusing. I'm still more or less along the lines of... Actually, let's go ahead and check this out. We don't need all these circles. So we have a bunch of lines here. We can also look at the future rates to see if there's any more future lows. Yeah, I think these are pretty unlikely, in my opinion. Would Bitcoin get seriously hit by the tariff stuff? I wouldn't think so. You got a lot of closes around here with any new lows that get made. So there's that. There's a lot more lows, as it seems, up around here. Man, 80K. Pretty strong bounce on 80K. But I wouldn't be surprised to see a move like this. But we gotta start looking at the closing lines. Yeah, this is what's nice about these range probability indicators is that you can clearly see where the tail risk goes. So it's like, hey, this is a very thin spot on the indicator, right? You have these big fat green areas and like slightly gray areas, smaller green areas, and then like thin gray spots. You can at least look to the right and see how small the odds are of actually finding the low in any one of these bins. And this is all falling knife stuff. All this is falling knife stuff. So it's like buying here. Don't get me wrong, it's 80K, it's a psychological number, right? Ooh. But and in all seriousness, psychological numbers do have meaningful impact. It's just if you rely too heavily on little rules of thumb, the tips and tricks like psychological numbers, you will kind of sometimes miss the forest for the trees. Okay, there's a lot of demand that's actually coming in, or there's a lot of supply that's coming in. We don't really know where this thing's going to stop, and just buying a psychological number could just mean that they're able to sell more. Or buying at a psychological number, or selling at a psychological number means that everyone who's buying against you can just buy more. So, now don't get me wrong, it's very easy to focus on psychological numbers because we're human, and there are human participants here in this market who have fat wallets, who can move a decent part of these markets. So it's just a matter of, well, how many whales with fat wallets are actually around here to enforce that psychological level. And that's where, you could very easily be like, but Joe, what about order books? I'm like, well, that's like the ultimate answer if you actually have L1, L2 data. You can do some quantitative analysis to assess the strength of holding particular price levels. But that's a whole nother set of data analysis that I'm not ultimately too familiar with, and I don't have the data. Boy, oh boy. We can do something. Let's go down the titles here. So we have Canadian GDP. Wow, Canadian GDP came in really good. That's actually not that fantastic. The month over month came in slightly below forecast. But the fact that GDP is still rising, it's going to keep the more neutral to dovish pivot for the Bank of Canada. So this information here, as far as the Canadian dollar is concerned, it's actually slightly bearish because you need a slowing economy and rising unemployment and rising inflation in order for the central Bank of Canada's mandates to kick in. So this good GDP number is going to delay the interpretation of, oh, the economy really is, doing poorly, so we need to continue cutting. So this might make the Bank of Canada, the rate hike odds increase a bit. This might make the rate hike odds increase a bit for the Bank of Canada. In fact, we check out this tab. There we go. 5 o'clock. 5:30. So we want the 30-minute game. Yeah, we had our dump, with the Canadian dollar side getting stronger. Now, I'm already positioned. I don't want to get into this any more than I already do. But I would not be surprised to see if the low is in. Like, again, tariffs are kind of a big deal. My expectation is still, once we get to the close of today, that the Canadian dollar is going to gap. I know I talked about it in the last stream, but I'm going to be willing to repeat myself here. So this is what happened during this time tariffs were enacted. Oh, and that is a real trick. Look, buying these bottom wicks here, isn't that so cool? Oh man, I really wish I had my proper setup. Hey guys, remember to go buy. Oh, hold on, I got to turn down. Remember to go buy the indicators. Check out my WAP and all that stuff. The links are just in the description. Usually, I'd actually pull it up on the stream, but I've had so many technical issues today. Please forgive me, guys. I started the stream a whole freaking hour late because Stream Elements just freaking continued to crash and crash and crash on the updated driver. It's like, oof, kitchen sink at it. Oh man. Oh, hello Harold. Man, after I start streaming for 30 minutes, now everyone starts to hop in. But yeah, we had, so on the Canadian dollar side here on USD CAD, we had the gap up after tariffs were implemented. You can clearly see that here. Effectively, I'm thinking we're going to get some kind of deja vu, and well, we have tariffs getting implemented over a weekend again. That gap up was over a weekend, and now we have, the actual tariffs. Actually, I should put them over here. Tariffs are actually implemented over here. So there's 2 trading days that will occur before the tariffs are actually implemented, but unless there's technically 5 calendar days now. There's 5 calendar days. There's technically the rest of today, and then March 1st through 4th. There's 5 days left for Canada to figure something out with the US. Otherwise, these tariffs are going to be put on. And if there's nothing figured out over the weekend, you're opening on March 3rd. You got less than 48 hours remaining till the tariffs get put on. And yeah, actually, it's more like less than 24 hours because these markets open Sunday in my time zone at 2 p.m. And the tariffs will be announced sometime in the morning the following day. So it's less than 24 hours from the market open overview. Let me leave a testimonial on the indicator. Yeah, man. Go ahead and head over to the WAP and leave a review. I do have to say there are going to be updates. I've been writing an update for Wayne's Pivots Pro for a while, and I'm probably going to rename the update and make it like a whole new indicator, because it's a total rewrite of the indicator, a total change of the layout of the settings to make it like to push the more important settings that everyone actually frequently changes in the indicator up to the top. And I'm going to call it Pivot Points Pro. And because at this point there's so much stuff that I've changed about the indicator, it's not really a Wayne's thing anymore. But everyone who has Wayne's Pivots Pro is going to get that Pivot Points Pro indicator. Also, I need a more maintainable bit of code, and Wayne's Pivots Pro is like ancient code at this point. I'm a much better programmer than I was even 6 months ago. Absolutely deserves it. I mean, maybe. But, people have been using Wayne's Pivots for so long, right? The name has really, really, really stuck. Man, I also gotta say, I haven't watched Wayne in like over a year. I haven't even thought about Wayne in a long time. I wonder how he's been. I wonder how his streams are. Certainly better than mine. He's been streaming and doing videos for close to 2 decades now at this point. So he's got a pretty loyal following. I mean, the reason I stopped following Wayne was because I didn't really get any follow-through with learning from it. And by follow-through, I mean when he would teach something, he would teach it just from his point of view, not necessarily from a point of view that I could actually learn to be autonomous with. He would just say how he did what he did, and not necessarily teach how you can do the same thing. How you can, what's the process? What are the steps to acquire the same thinking pattern? What are the steps? What are the processes? And then that's when I started my group. I did something more along those lines. Hey, you can be reading outlooks, and you can be doing geopolitical research, and you don't have to pay to be in a trading group to do that, because all this information, it's more important to find people who are actually on top of stuff. It's harder to find people who will stay on top of all these political events, even just a couple, right? You don't need to necessarily have a guy like me who has his fingers in like 20 different pies, and they're all really damn good pies, right? But you need maybe a handful of guys who are really into Canadian politics, really into French politics, people who actually know what they're talking about, to give their analysis and do research and stay on top of and update people on the latest happenings as quickly as possible is the priority in the research form here. And then to educate yourselves on different economic ideas and concepts from all sorts of different points of view here. This will be way, way better than most trading courses. Because remember, the thing that I say is a trading group and indicators. Like, the trading group is for the people who, like, it's kind of a filter automatically. Like, if you're reading a ton of outlooks and you're doing a ton of research, you're probably already in the trading group, because the trading group is just where this research is applied. So you can learn everything you need to learn to do what I do. It's just, okay, we have these extra indicators and we have a spot where we share our trades and talk like more about the exact mechanics of, okay, here's where we're getting in, here's the actual implication of the trade outside of the streams themselves. Because there's this period of time during the streams where I am pretty no holds barred. It's like, okay, I have these trades on, here's why we have these trades on, here's the thinking process going forward, here are the levels that I'm looking like. I just say, okay, what's going on? But then for the rest of the day and over the weekend and when I'm not streaming, right? I'm in the trading group and I'm hanging out with guys who are like, okay, Joe, I need to learn how to use range probabilities better. Can you help? And it's like, okay, we'll do a quick little one-on-one. We're in the trading group. We'll get that done. Hey, Joe, I need to learn how to use the probability pivots. Can you walk me through this for like 30 minutes, an hour, real quick? Show me how to interpret this thing here. Yeah, sure, no problem. So it's in the trading group where the indicators become more of a focus. Before, the main part of being in the trading group was just like, okay, let me just get the indicators and that's it. Right? Just get the indicators and maybe hang out in the trading group. But now I've been able to pivot so hard into actually doing really good quality research that's actually freely available to everyone in the Discord, that people are like, oh wow, it's like it's really good bait if you're fishing, and it really helps bring people into like, oh, and these are the indicators that the people are using, and this is the trading group. So if you just wanted to be in the trading group, the indicators are available. So if you wanted the indicators, then the trading group is available. So that's more or less how I the yeah. Canada joining the... No, I have not. If you can post a link to that, I'd appreciate it. Also, I don't know how... Maybe you can tell me about the microphone's quality. I had all these technical issues earlier today, and it screwed around with my microphone. It's so hard. I don't know what the hell happened. I went ahead and I uninstalled Stream Elements because it was causing me way too many technical issues. I'll try installing it later. Probably after the PineScript stream tomorrow. And the PineScript stream is going to be in the boss benchmarks. And I believe that is... Yeah, wow. Trader Nick has only like 400 people watching the stream. Like, he's usually hitting like 600 to 800 people. Alright, there's the link to the boss benchmark stream. Again, that's for programming, that's for coding, right? That's for like, again, and if you don't want to be bothered with that, the link for it will be in the streams page here in the Plan the Profit Discord. So, don't worry about missing out on it or whatnot. No, that's exactly what I was thinking. Is the microphone is on the quieter side, and I don't know why. I have to pull the microphone really, really close, and I don't know if it sounds tinny. I don't know anything because I put an expander on. The only way I was even able to get the microphone to sound this loud was after I put an expander on, a filter to make it louder. I'm like, okay, something's going on here. Okay, that's even quieter. I just tried changing the setting. Okay, now we're putting that back. Actually, I'm just going to disable that because that might actually help. Okay. Yeah, that's a little better. Yeah. Turning off that expander actually helped a little bit. God, man. Yeah, I'm going to have to do all sorts of... I'm going to change this to... New liberal leader. Oh, man. So yeah, nothing crazy right off the bat here. Nothing crazy. Oh, wow. Check that out. New Zealand dollar down quite a bit. Yeesh. Yeesh. That's... Oh, man. Oh, man. 160 pips, man. That's all right. I'm up like 200, 250 pips on the CAD and like 100 pips on euro dollar. So missing out on this kind of sucks, though. But that's life. It just started going down as soon as the open happened. But look, right there. There's your peak. Actually, let's check out the timing dots on this real quick. Wow, you do not come down here that often. Turn off these clotheslines real quick. So we just have the dots. Yeah. You do not come down here all that frequently. But when you do, you're staying down. Like, there's no rebound into the end of the day. It's just you're stuck down here. New Zealand had seasonality? Really? I thought it was just continuously getting hammered by crap economics. Let's see here. Let's rewind this to like around here. And was the seasonality actually bearish? No, the seasonality was bullish going into the end of the month. I mean, this one big fat red candle here. Right, this big fat red candle with the 21 on top of it. This is only from 4 samples. This is the 21st trading day of the month, and we only have traded that 4 times before. So this is, you know, not necessarily taking that one seriously. Also, we're not trading the 21st trading day. So this seasonality is mostly slightly bullish neutral. Going forward? Yes, I would actually agree. Yeah. Oh my god, look at that. On the day that the tariffs are coming in. Oh yeah, that's right. There's a RB&Z economic meeting. Okay, we'll have to maybe do a stream for that one just in case. But yeah, you're correct. The seasonality, especially for the 4th and the 5th trading day, which is Friday and Monday. So Friday, March 7th, Monday, March 10th. So towards the end of the first trading week, you get your strongest negative seasonality, and then it picks up by the end. Yeah, you can see it picks up by the end here of the 2nd week of March. Isn't this a cool indicator, man? And you know what's really nice about this is that this uses median data. So instead of setting expectations for all this seasonal stuff based on averages, which include all these crazy, like for example, if you're doing seasonal analysis and you're including COVID data into your seasonal analysis, that doesn't make sense. Because the COVID move is like definitively not a seasonal move. Like it doesn't, it just is not intuitive in the data analysis that you would put COVID into seasonal analysis. There's way too much noise, way too much volatility there. Yeah, I mean, the way to read this indicator is when you see the bull bear column here. This just tells you how frequently a particular trading day was bullish or bearish. And over here is the expected value. This tells you whether or not the bullish or the bearish trading days here had a higher which one had a higher expected value. See red in both columns for a particular row. Arguably higher chance that that day is actually going to see bearish seasonality. See green in both columns at a particular row or series of rows. High, generally higher chance that that day actually has a positive seasonal effect. So that's how to actually read this. And this is one of the indicators that it has a bunch of settings, but you actually don't touch the settings. Like the way you just load up the indicator and you don't change it and it looks this way. And I do not change any of these other settings. In fact, this thing says alpha 2.1 because this code hasn't been updated in a few years now at this point. I've had like 3 or 4 revisions of the seasonality code, and I'm about to do another revision of the seasonality code that's going to fix one particular gripe that I have with this current version, and everyone in the trading group is going to get access to this, and it's going to be publicly advertised on my actually I might it's going to be publicly advertised on the TradingView account. Oh man, I am really enjoying the music, man. But yeah, this is all well and good. I mean, most people are familiar with the ranges, and most people are familiar with... actually, this is one of the things we're going to be working on in the programming streams going forward. We have a couple of indicators here. We're going to be working on the probability cones, the boss bands, Wayne's pivots, and then I have to actually add trend cycle into those live streams. And then at some point, we'll have to bring guests on to the Plan the Profit stream. I'll have to... I'm going to do this because obviously the people who are currently watching actually care to watch me. And we've been getting more and more people watching me slowly over time. There is this section here, right, in the Discord. I put it in the announcements section, like, hey, we have trading feedback and stream topics now. You can use this forum, this trades forum, to send questions for review during the live streams. So instead, let's say you're coming to the live stream and you have a particular thesis that you want to pass by me during the live stream. Well, instead of trying to type it up for 5 minutes on a phone or on your computer into a little text chat box with a character limit on it, you can come into here and make a new post and put it under the category you want. And again, if it's more macro heavy, just put it under the closest asset class that you have. I can always add a new tab if it's like totally necessary. Just pick whatever asset class is closest to the analysis that you're talking about. And then I'll see it here and we'll go ahead and check it out. That way it's like, hey, you can post pictures in here and links, and like if you want to do a proper research thing and have it shown on the stream, this is, just make a thread in here. So this is for longer form research questions that aren't suitable for, a streaming chat. Yeah, there you go. Old vid. Biased, but nonetheless. Could Canada join the Oh, it's DW. It's DW, man. Yeah. Of course, DW. Yeah, no, Canada's not joining the EU. Definitely not. If it's DW saying that headline, definitely not. I do say, though, I am subscribed to DW. During the German federal election stream, and they said some of the stupid they had commentators on there who said some of the stupidest things. Oh man, a lot of people have asked me for this trend cycle indicator. And I've been like, Joe, when are you going to release it? I've sent the code to people, and this is going to be an open source indicator, so I really don't mind sharing it. Like, this is what it currently looks like. Yep, and you can see it's all... this is like, hey, this is based on these things. Here's all the education. Here's the pines. Dude, this is so old. Oh my god, I'm so glad I don't write code like this anymore. This was pretty good PineScript layout for back in the day. Now we don't write PineScript like this anymore. I mean, don't get me wrong, the functions and the calls and the actual underlying stuff, I mean, the formatting is like totally off. Like all this stuff here with these enters, not necessary. Maybe one thing I can do as a side thing on the streams is do code reviews. Yeah, we'll have code reviews. You send me your indicators with like a $10 tip, and we'll do a quick little code review, right? And I'm mostly going to be going down the PineScript style sheet, telling you, okay, this is what you need to know, this is what you need to know, this is what you need to know, and it's mostly stylized things, right? But if you want a new feature, that's where, if I go to boss, yeah, if I go to WAP, boss benchmarks, and then I have to log out of my WAP here in order to show you guys what the store is going to look like. Yeah, there you go. Look there, PineScript mentorship. Yeah, there you go. And then you can see the code, this for the cones and for the boss bands. And I should probably get a video up here at some point. But yeah, this is for the guys who want help with PineScript. Man, this music really kicks ass. I really like the OC remixes for the Metroid games. I like the spacey, atmospheric vibe that a lot of those give. I wonder if maybe I can find one on Spotify. Let's see here. Metroid OC remix. Again, sorry for the microphone being on the more quiet side, but hopefully it's a little better. Again, my main concern is, does the thing sound tinny and scratchy and staticky in the background. That's really what I don't want. Yeah, I see a couple of playlists here. Yeah, they're just not very. They're like 30 minutes long. The current playlist I have is like an hour and some odd. The current track that's playing is called Zombies Ate My Tracker. From. What's the game here? From Zombies Ate My Neighbor. Zombies Ate My Neighbors. Never heard of that game before. I'll be sure to do that now. Thank you. I bounce, went to school, catch up. Thank you for hanging out, Harold. Thank you very much for watching. The stream's not necessarily over now, but man, I got quite a lot of work to do. This stream, I'm probably gonna like cut out the first 15 minutes of it after it's done rendering, because still, even the first 15 minutes, I was dealing with technical issues and random crap. Oh man, it's so annoying. I'm not gonna focus on that today. I'm gonna focus on getting some more video clips done. Actually, in an hour and a half, there's a video that I clipped from yesterday's stream that's getting released on the channel in a bit. It's mostly talking about how outlooks and geopolitical outlooks help a lot in actually creating some trade plans. It's actually something I talked about in the WAP Live the other day. Yesterday, more specifically. Yeah, good music, man. Anything else that's crazy? It's mostly New Zealand that's moving. Oh wow, the yens are moving pretty well. Let's see here. What's going on with the dollar yen? Yeah, we talked about this actually in the trading group, where we expected some bullish dollar movement. And I believe that was from Canadian, what is it? Yeah, Japanese inflation. No, let me go to the trading group and see what the dealio was. BOJ starting to do BOJ things. Yeah, so inflation came out a little bit softer. In Japan, the Tokyo CPI came out a little softer. So that's given some follow through, plus just the net strength of the dollar going into tariffs over the weekend. You know, two peas in a pot, right? A weaker CPI makes the Bank of Japan a little more dovish. At least the future expectations on the little more dovish side of things. And you throw in U.S. tariffs that make the dollar strong, and it's just like, okay, pretty straightforward call there. Let's see here. Wow. Okay. Totally reversed the move. I'm kind of glad I added. I haven't posted it, but here, I'll do this. Let me go to my trades, positions. Where's that one I just put on for the cats? It's 144198. So let's go ahead and slap that on here. 1.44198. Damn, that's pretty good. And this, again, I'm only going long here because I have the expectation that we're going to see a gap up in this asset going into the opening of next week. So, I could easily get my head bitten off here if the thing gaps down. But this is why you have to make sure you have a stop on and have a decent broker. Yeah, let's see. The stop is at 144. So let's go ahead and slap that in. And the take profit, you can kind of set this wherever. This is a fine placeholder for now. Man, I was kind of looking forward to streaming on Twitch and Kick today, but apparently the Plan the Profit channel name is already taken by an account that doesn't have an email address, and I don't have it. So I'm gonna make a new Twitch account. So it'll be Twitch, Kick, YouTube, and X, and then WAP as well. There'll be streams on 5 platforms. Now the question is, do I have an internet connection that can actually handle that? Because I'm streaming at 1440p, and that's like 1400 bitrate, or close to each one, right? So gotta have pretty beefy internet for that. So maybe I'll just focus on Twitch, because it's probably gonna be a little easier for me to actually grow doing Twitch. And I'm more comfortable with streaming on YouTube because my VODs get saved here. And then I don't know, maybe I don't really need to be streaming on X, because I don't even watch live streams on X. I don't know, I don't really think of X as like the place to watch live. Like, I get Spaces, right? I get how Spaces work, but I'm not a huge fan. I'll probably, I made the account. I probably won't actually do it. And then there's WAP. I'd like to make sure I do stream at WAP. I'd like to support getting some good trading content, a good trading stream up on WAP. Man, that's a tiny show. Let's go ahead and check out. I mean, I don't really have much more to check out here. I mean, maybe we can check out the ES. This is delayed by 10 minutes, but this has generally been the movement so far. Nothing crazy. I mean, it's been on a down move since February, but. And then with the tariffs coming on, it'll likely go down even further. yeah, we're going to be updating this indicator too, right? Yeah. A lot of programming work upcoming that is going to be streamed. Okay. I think I've done all I wanted to do today as far as analysis goes. Yeah, I've kind of started my day a whole hour late because of the technical difficulties. I'm going to try and get those technical difficulties worked out sometime Saturday, Sunday. So then when I start to stream again, it'll be streaming on a couple of extra platforms, and hopefully we'll have some new members join the trading group shortly here. That'd be a lot of fun to actually have some fresh faces in the trading group. There's a decent number of people already in the trading group who are like active daily, including myself. So I'm just saying, having a couple of new faces would be nice. Would be very, very nice, because more or less, it's not about the money necessarily. I legitimately want more people helping with the research. Have you not seen the amount of research that goes on in these research threads? And so just having someone in the trading group who can do research on a couple of these topics really well and be able to point out trades with them, just having more people of various interests would be great. Oh my god, I really look forward to having more people in the group. It's gonna be so much fun. I really look forward to it. Oh man. All right. I'll hop off now and get my work done. I'll do what I said I was gonna do. I'll see you guys in a bit.